I mean, and the way she looked was way beyond compare. Oh, how could I dance with another? Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with an Earth 2 OMI VV update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. So I did a thing, and as the OMI price decides to go down, what did I decide to do? I decided to get more. Got 86 million now. That is, I've said I'm done before. I'll say it again. I'm done. If it drops lower, I'll buy more. But yeah, this is stupid. This is so stupid low. This is despite the fact that we had like it was like a 18% increase in Bitcoin going from like 32, 33 up to like 30. I think it almost reached $40,000 at one point, Bitcoin. So it increased almost, actually probably over 20%. And what did OMI do? OMI just kind of stayed where it was. Thank you guys for 5 likes. That means the world. So I do enjoy the fact that, again, we see all of these things because we're only on a couple of C-list exchanges. Like we are not there in terms of availability. It's like a very niche of a niche market. Crypto in general is, again, relatively niche. Anyone over the age of like 55, maybe they know what Bitcoin is. I doubt they know what Ethereum or Cardano or Binance Coin is, any of that type of deal. So they definitely don't know OMI. They definitely don't know what like NFTs are. So you have to be relatively young or at least on the scene to know what it is. And then on top of that, let's say you have a Coinbase or you have, let's say, like a Cash App. Because a Cash App, you're able to buy crypto on. I think you're doing that with PayPal and Venmo as well. So, but again, that's just Bitcoin. Maybe you can have a Coinbase or a Kraken or a Binance most likely. But in order to get OMI, it's still very, very hard to be able to do that. And again, that's why we're not really seeing this parabolic shift. That being said, the decrease in price has been very, very, very good for us over the past couple of days. Why? Because over the past 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we've burned about 498 million OMI, about half a billion. It is about half of what I expected. I did think we were going to have some drops that were going to be, some high mints, but because this is Comic-Con exclusive, all these things that we do have, it makes sense that they were going to be small. Probably on, I think Thursday is another Mondo drop, so I don't think that's going to be that big as well. Either way, that I spent a couple $1,000s this weekend on those NFTs, which I should not have, but I had to because reasons. Again, these are Comic-Con exclusives. These types of things, as this gains mass adoption, will hold a lot and retain and just grow in value because, again, Comic-Con exclusive. It just has that Comic-Con exclusive tag on it. You obviously didn't have to be part of Comic-Con in order to get it. You just needed the app. So I thought that was pretty cool. Earth 2 jewels. I have bought and bought, same thing as OMI, bought and bought and bought when jewels were 79 cents, 50 cents, 44 cents, 28 cents now. I did get 46 jewels yesterday. That's just not even from buying. That's just from the actual receiving end. There is a lot of FUD and misinformation going around saying you do have to pay for the hollow buildings. You do not have to pay anything for those hollow buildings. Those are free to make. The other buildings also, when you are able to build them, supposedly you would have to pay that if you had no essence or if you had no materials. That's what you have to pay. But as each tile gives us materials, they give us resources. As each house gives us essence, it should be relatively cheap, if not free, to be able to build anything, almost anything that we want within reason. Also, excuse me, I did have a pretty hardcore wedding last night. If anyone that follows me on Facebook, I'm so sorry for all those drunk updates. Let me go to questions right now before I go any further. See what we got. Junior Sanchez says, "What's up, Ray? What's up, Junior?" Oh, Atoni Tonga says, "Good day to all of you." Oh, BMAT X272. Hello. Nimacrazy says, "Yep, catching you live again." Yeah. Darkling says, "Happy Monday. How's your Comic-Con weekend?" It was great. So I was so despite girlfriend got the vaccine on Friday, and I was like, "Oh man, she's not gonna be able to go to the wedding." Because most people that get the vaccine, at least their second dose, they get immunized, but they usually feel pretty crappy for like a day or so, which for this vaccine seems to be pretty typical, And after a couple days, they're fine. But she was good. So I thought she was just gonna miss the wedding. She was gonna miss everything. So we decided to, she should stay there at least until she feels better. But she never got anything. So no sickness, no anything. So I did, however, spend a lot of the week at home playing that Fire Emblem Three Houses game. This starts off pretty slow, and I was just like, oh man, back in the day, it used to be mostly just fighting, a little bit of story, the support was good, but there's like students, and it's weird, but then it's like, oh no, I see what they're doing now. You're able to go and you're a professor at this college, and as your professor level goes up, you can recruit other kids, and it's really good. And then you meet some of their parents. It's like, oh, it's really good. Like I've played about 15 hours worth over the last couple of days, most of which was yesterday, before the wedding. But yeah, Comic-Con was great. Like I said, I spent, I don't know how many thousands of dollars, but I will tell you exactly what I did. So I sold a Harley Quinn, and I got a Jaws, and I sold the Jaws. I don't really care about the 2D prints, but I do now have 8 full sets. To be honest, I don't know what they are. Oh, I did get the Ecto One, the interactive, that full set I got. Obviously got. As far as the drop, again, a couple $1,000s just for the bunny killers. So I got the Hunter, and I got the Night Watch, and then what's the other ones I got? Where are they at? The Assassin. The Assassin looks so cool. And then the other one was the Protector. I actually got just on the drop. I was like, oh! So that was cool. The Jaws one I got on the drop. It was like $60, whatever. Sold it for like 170, 180. It's a quick tripling of the funds. Actually, it seems like I have. Okay, no, disregard. A little bit of money in there that I haven't used yet. Rohan Kath says, if news good, why no moon? Well, the news was, I don't know. I mean, it was a success as far as the drops. Everything sold out in milliseconds. So if you have that and the price is going down, it's good for the burn, burning so much. As if we can, again, I don't know how many people we had gotten on to download the app, but Cavell Anderson had that great idea of hashtagging everything on Twitter, just saying like, why don't you just use the hashtag San Diego Comic-Con in conjunction with the hashtag, VV app, VV, so this way they coincide together. So we definitely did get a couple of thousand more followers, and with that, you're gonna get more people getting the drops, more people buying, and while the price is down here, you're gonna burn that much more OMI. So it's very good. I think it was a success the whole weekend. Maxwell Cook says, need VV to get that MTL while OMI is this low. Ready to get my first 1 million OMI. Get it, Maxwell Cook. I know you're close. Also, that being said, the VV-verse did look pretty cool. Also, one of the things that I saw, or not the VV-verse, it was just a metaverse type of thing that they had. And again, they typically don't tease anything that is not. Did I not save it? They typically don't tease anything that they don't have, but there was one particular frame that I saw in there. I don't have it. It was Godzilla. Like, Godzilla was in there. I was like, oh my god, do they have Godzilla? That was the only thing that like Terra Virtua had that we did not have in VV. That was like the one thing that was like, oh, you know what? Yep, they have that. That's really good. But yeah, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, please link that down below, because that was really, really great. Justin Pierce says, what a weekend. Yeah. So I was with Jay Pierce over there, Justin Pierce, at Warped Tour tribute band. My friend Lou, who actually owns Merchant Advance now, he owns a bank. He plays in a Warped Tour tribute band, and he was playing at Mulcahy's. For anyone that lives on Long Island, you probably know what that is. It's a really famous like rock show, rock house. And it was great. It was a lot of fun. Me and JP did that. It was good. Ortsack 101 says, the man, the myth, the legend. Yeah. Tony Tonga says, Reddit users appear to be negative about OMI and VV. Negativity is so negative I can't stand it at times. They can be negative if they want. The mere fact that this has a lot of people's attention, and the fact that people are getting so salty about this. Again, one, I see the immaturity in here, which I have seen in Pokemon before. At first, it starts out like, and it can be immature about a couple different things. It's like, pick one. It's like, oh, there's too many whales in here buying up all these NFTs. I can't get any. And then the other gripe is that, oh, well, if it's so good, why is OMI going down? I spent like $1,000, several $100s. Like, okay, I spent $250,000 and I've lost a decent amount, on OMI, just OMI. And it's like, well, you can't have it one way. You can't have it complain that big whales, people with money, are buying all these NFTs for thousands of dollars, making the floor price go up. And then also saying that there's no interest in this poop coin and, broken promises and nobody cares. Like, you can't say both of those things. You have to pick one or the other. Um, one, I'll try to refute the OMI price coin, whatever. To their credit, yeah, Vivi had said that they wanted to get a couple more exchanges by May, June, July, August, and we will probably get those by the end of the year, but that was kind of delayed because they're on GoChain, we're moving to the Ethereum blockchain via Immutable X, so that takes some time. I guarantee you that they would have much rather done exactly what they said, but the only reason they did that was because this is much better for it in the long run. And a lot of short-sighted people that want to pontificate on their hill saying like I should go to the moon like tomorrow, they just don't understand that. They can't see that. The other immaturity level that I see, like if there is something like Charizard first edition PSA 10, $300-something thousand for that card, I cannot get that. If I wanted to, let's say anything that was $100,000 or above that I can't get right now, and I only have $50,000, and let's say I work like a couple months or whatever, and I do move some money around, I get that 100,000. By the time I get that 100,000, now the floor price is 150,000, 200,000, whatever it is. I'm not going to be salty at the people that are spending that money because one, it's good for the hobby. If somebody is spending records amount of money, record prices that they're paying, that is good for the hobby. That's what everybody should want, the overall growth of the hobby. Just because when you have that, you have more OMI burn, you have mass adoption, you have OMI price going to stonk at some point. Again, we don't know when. There is the chance that I thought it was October 28th when they had that Bitcoin ETF for the US to be passed, but apparently there's a date in August that I completely missed, so that was my bad. But if that is not approved, that Bitcoin ETF, price gonna go way down, like downtown Chinatown. But if it's approved, Bitcoin's gonna stonk. Ethereum's every altcoin is gonna stonk. Maybe with the exception of OMI, again, because they're not on those major exchanges yet. As soon as they do get on those major exchanges, good golly gosh, it's gonna freaking Doug Flutie, Hail Mary. It's going long. Like Vinny Testaverde to Keyshawn Johnson. I know that's from like 23 years ago, but my God, that team was the best Jets ever had. Sorry. Maxwell Cook says, sold my Lucky for $2K. Get that bread, Maxwell. Yannette Ortega, what's going on? Says, hi all, God bless. Yannette Ortega, I'm unsure still if my she has like 3 different apartments she's deciding between. I'm unsure which one she's going to go towards. Ortsack 101 says, LSD, wedding invite for me, please. Oh, Ortsack, are you following me on Facebook? Yeah. So the wedding invitations that we got was nice. It had like little lace around, maybe a pearl on it. It was good. I want my wedding invitations to be tabs of something. I don't know what, but yeah. Iron Kiwi says 86 million. That's like 220,000. I'm still working on getting my first million. I'm at 760. Either way, Iron Kiwi, in the next 5 years, when this is $1, you have $750,000. But yeah. So I'd spent about 240, 250 maybe, give or take. It's now obviously less than that because I don't even know what is the price. I don't even know if I looked at it this morning. That screenshot that is on the thumbnail is actually from like yesterday or 2 days ago. So again, if you're looking just the short term, 7 days, oh my God, we are down 9%. And then 30 days, oh look, we're up 31%. Okay, 3 months, oh, we're still down 55%. When in doubt, zoom out. Over the past year, even like 8 months, we're still up 5,700%. Which again, I didn't get in down there. I didn't start getting in until like 0.007, 0.008, give or take. But yeah, I'm very excited to see where this goes. When in doubt, zoom out. I don't care what it does in the short term. I know where it's going in the long term. Again, just my opinion, not financial advice. Nima Creation says that's a weird Pokemon on your T-shirt. It's just, I guess, like the logo of Merchant Events now. David Katz says, oh, hello, David Katz. You are my newest Patreon member. I hope you saw that Patreon member shout out that I did before. If not, I'll do it again in 15 minutes. Saying, I completely understand. I am done buying. Quote, I do the exact same thing over and over. Have to take advantage of the dip because the potential of this for the future, closing in on 50 million. Oh my God. Congrats, brother. If me and you fusion ha, maybe we can catch JP. He had 137 million. I think he's got like close to 150 now. I don't know what he did to try to get that, but yeah, he went hard. I think he He's got a mortgage on his house, or he maxed out. I don't know what he did, but JP just absolutely went bananas with it. But congrats to you, David. Potter333 says, "Hey Randy, what's up? Please tell us about that epic wedding party." I don't know how much detail I can go into, but and especially if there's kids watching, Ethan Youngberg, close your ears. There has been. All right, we go into the wedding venue, right, and like straight ahead. We go straight ahead. That's like the cocktail area. Oh yeah, there's like little burger patties, and there was munchkins, like donut holes, like munchkins with icing on it, with bacon thrown on the icing. I was like, oh my good golly gosh. Thank you guys for 15 likes. That means the world. There was fried calamari. So freaking good. I had like 3 Long Islands. I had 2 ginger whiskeys. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little sick last night. I didn't actually throw up, but I just the girlfriend had to like put like a wet towel on the back of my neck. I love her so much. She is, oh my god, she's bae. But then after we go out of the cocktail place, we have to go left or right. There's like 4 different doors, like 4 different halls, like for wedding things, whatever. So we do that, and then we wanted more, like we wanted more things, from the cocktail. So there's another party going on there. So we crashed that cocktail reception, that party, and then outside. There's like a little bar down there, and then you walk over a little bridge, and there's an unused bar where nobody's at. So me and my girlfriend decided to do things in that bar. Anyway, moving on. Junior Sanders says, "Bro, please tell me you managed to pick up your secret rare from Sunday." No, I didn't. Okay. So the secret rare, I did not even know what was going on because I was completely inebriated. All right, start collecting. Let's see what we got here. If we go to the marketplace, and we look at new listings, and the new listings are for that secret rare. All right, I'm just going to go to the drops. Fudge. All right, and then I'll show you guys the price. Do the drops. Okay. 127 for sale on the market. So these guys, there's 1,000 of them, or 999 of the secret rare. But you see over 10% of them in the market. That's good for us. That's good for people that want to buy. However, the floor is 1,700. Oh my god. All right, so why? I'm going to explain the price point right now. If you look at that, it says 1,700 when there's only 999 of them. However, if you go and look at the where do they go? The drops were. Where did they go? Because this is the secret rare, and the other ones in the market. All right, let's say the assassin, or let's go to. All right, the hunter. The hunter is more than that, or I'm sorry, less than that. 888 of them for this guy, and this guy. If you go to the marketplace, 117 in the market. The floor for this price, even though there's less copies of it, is only 835. So that is something that is less than half of what the other one is. Now, why is that? Partially because this is part of a set. If you get this one for $835, you don't get the complete set. You have to buy 3 others. For the other one, there's only one in that set. The one in that set, oh god. If you get this one, that's it. You complete the set. So that's probably why, for the master collectors or for people that have it, again, even though there's more in the market for this, it's just one, it's gold, people like gold. So that's probably why. I do expect that to come down at some point, just because the other one that has less copies is $835. But that's the reason for the price right now. It still has some of that FOMO. Granted, this is a con exclusive, so there is a chance that this does not come down. There is the chance that the con exclusive, the Army Ranger Bunny, there's a chance that that one actually rises. So I could be wrong, but I do think this goes down before the other ones rise. In the short term, long term, because these are con exclusives, there's so few of them, yeah, those are just going to go up, in my opinion. Piehead says, "Have you checked out Axie Infinity crypto game like Pokemon?" I have, and it seems fun. It seems very exciting. It seems like, again, it's like a play to earn. You play and you earn crypto. You can make money that way. That being said, again, this is just my own opinion on this.
if I am throwing my money into something, I want the best of the best. I chose Tesla. I chose my specific clients in high risk lending. I chose Pokemon cards that I knew were either super rare or super hard to get or super coveted. And in crypto, I only have Bitcoin and OMI. I go well against the grain, well against the rules of classic investing. You should only put 5, maybe 10% of your net worth into any one thing. I went absolutely balls to the wall, all in. I don't want to go into Axie Infinity, not because I don't think it's valuable. I think already you can go in and make money right away, but the same reason why I didn't, go into Neo or Lee or Volkswagen for cars. I went for Tesla because that's the biggest in the future. I only want the best of the best, and everything else. As soon as OMI goes up and I suddenly like a maybe deca millionaire. Yeah, sure. I'll sell a little and I'll diversify a little bit. But for the most part, I just want the best of the best. And even though Axie, I believe, will take market share, and it will be not a competitor, but it will be something that can take, top 10 for these types of metaverse games. I think it's great. I'm just not going to get into it, at least not right now. Powder333 says, yeah, most people after getting vaccinated get sick or feel bad. I didn't get any side effect from the vaccine since I already had suffered COVID back in April. That's the other thing. I wasn't sure exactly because I have the antibodies, so I didn't want to take away a vaccine from anyone else that wanted it, but now they seem readily available for anyone that wants it. I'm not like you guys might think less of me of this. I'm just scared. I don't mind if I'm in bed for like 1 or 2 days, whatever. But if, God forbid, I have one of those... Now, obviously, dying from COVID, you have like such a small... Especially people that are young and healthy, such a small chance of dying. And the vaccine, dying from the vaccine, it's like 1/10 of the size of the chance of dying from COVID. So most likely nothing's going to happen. Most likely you'll be fine. But I've had COVID already. I know how I'd react to it if I get it again. And I'm just scared. I know I have more chance of dying, walking across the street, so I don't walk anywhere. But yeah, it makes me nervous. Long-lasting effects. That's just a fear of mine. I don't know. Mr. Locknet says, "Hey Randy, you're the one that got me into VV. Now I can't stop buying these NFTs." Yeah, same. I haven't put any locks on my credit cards or anything. I just feel that I'm just trying to tell myself, okay, now I can't buy anything because I really do not have a lot of money left. So if I do buy anything, I'll buy something on the drop. If I get it, great. I'll sell it, and then I'll start collecting the older sets. That type of deal. That's what I'll do. Brian Arsenal says, "I want all the bunnies. Greetings from the Snow Mexicans." Oh, hello, Mr. Canada BA, Brian Arsenal. Ethan Youngberg, what's going on? Howdy. Non-Fungible Wonderful says, "What's up, my guy? Pineapple Gang." None of you know what Non-Fungible Wonderful is, who he is. Yeah, take a look. Not only will you learn, you'll get entertained. Lots of good music coming out. Lots of good info. Non-Fungible Wonderful is, I think, the YouTuber I'm rooting for the most to be like successful. Because go watch some of his videos. You'll see why. Iron Kiwi says, "Sometimes the best coins get the most hate." Oh, that's good. That's like something you'd hear in like a movie. Like that line of dialogue. Like, good nugget. Maxwell Cook says, "So much immaturity about they didn't announce the secret rare in the drop." Yeah, I was a little... I understood. Yeah, I mean, I was a little salty. I was like, oh man, I didn't even... But even if I knew about the drop, I was at the way. I didn't have Wi-Fi. I wasn't going to get it. So. Mine also says, "Bang, you nailed it. Wisdom from the one and only real Randy Chavez." Star Helix says, "What's up? What's up, Star Helix? Howdy. Carlisle Mandy, what's going on?" Oh, okay. The OVR land says, "Our fearless leader, whale, flex, fire. Ryan Merrick says, 5 million OMI here, and I recruited my brother into our ranks. He has 30,000 OMI and counting. Get it. Congrats, Ryan Merrick. Again, like I said, at 20 cents, you'll be a millionaire. I think your brother can also likewise make a lot of money. Start off small, gotta start off somewhere. What's up, Linux? How's it going? Sam Brent says, "Secret rare was insanely hard to get. My wife and I both tried to and got errors, but we ended up with low mint, red, and blue rabbit, so I can't complain." Oh, very good. Congrats. Congrats to you guys. Tony Tonga says, "Vaccine should not be pushed either way. If someone wants to take it, they should be able to. If not, they shouldn't be chastised about it." Yeah, I agree. Definitely freedom. You should have freedom doing what you want to do, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. Brian also says Vivi is so freaking addictive. Yeah, and this is why I also thoroughly enjoy why I thoroughly enjoy investing into this. Not just because it's fun, although it is, but they play on people's addictiveness. This is something that it's like almost an attack on like your biology. It's addicting. It's because you feel good when you get that yes. Like when I'm on and go to my other streams when I buy things at like live streams, like yes, did it. Like you get that high. You get the high the same way that you get when you win a hand of blackjack, when you win a hand of poker, raking those chips in like yes. And I say spending on NFTs, but we're really investing. I doubt any NFT that we get right now from the Vivi app will be that price again in 5 years. I guarantee you, it just consistently goes up. Again, there might be some things that have 50,000. I think that happened with some of the Loch Ness ones. I think that happened, with the Kripkins. I think that happened with Catwoman, or Batgirl, or the DeLorean. Just those different types of things. But that being said, most of these that we get, especially ones with like 1,700 and under, again, you don't have to worry about them ever decaying because of light or use. Play it hard. No, that stay mint forever. Unlike Pokemon cards, and Pokemon cards, you have to look like, oh, was it cut the right way where it's centered perfectly, or was there a mistake by like half a millimeter, and now it's not a perfect 10 because the human error. There's no human error with this, and again. This is without the Viviverse. The metaverse that they have, I have 69 viewers, nice, or I did. The Viviverse itself, that is bound to have in-store, like in-game purchases, I guarantee you with that, because that is a multi-billion-dollar industry, I guarantee you that makes us, I don't know how much money in the future. Moving on. Niklas Malmqvist says, love non-fungible. Yeah, he's the best. Iron Kiwi says, yeah, it's kind of crazy how intense they are on it. The extortion and bribery is just going to push people further away. Yeah. Brian Arsenal, hey. Iron Kiwi says, I feel that the whole crypto space has been pushed down for the last few months, but I have a feeling soon we will see tons of whales jump in and double everything. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Bitcoin has been... Well, it hasn't been double here, because if it's at 40K, it has. But I see Bitcoin at 100K before the end of the year. See what we got. See what we got here now. It was 38. Oh, 39.3. Again, this whole massive spike that we saw right there. Boom. That's just I love that. I love seeing things like that, and it was. Unfortunately, last night when I was in Ebro, I didn't see anything. I got a text from my friend Mike. It's like, did you see what Bitcoin just did? I was like, no. And I got that like late last night, and I was like, oh man, this is great. And my only regret is that I didn't buy more. Actually, if I had my 3 Bitcoin, if I kept that, and I had sold 2 of them right now, I would have gotten more OMI, because the OMI that I bought was in the 3s, 0.003 something. Now OMI's 0.002 something. I don't even know what it is anymore. Let me go and take a look. Oh, all right, 278. Oh, I'm sorry, 281. Which again is cheap whether it's this price or it's half a penny. In next year, this will be cheap in my opinion. Toad Alley Awesome says the crypto is looking good so far. It's looking great. Justin Hitoki says at Itoni, yeah, I'm enjoying the past 16 months, enjoying having this for a few years more. Spencer Town says, got 5 million OMI now, Randy. Wait, where did that go? Oh, wait, oh God, where was that? Oh yeah, 5 million OMI now, Randy. Working towards 10 million. What is your worst case prediction end of 2021? I would say my bear case is probably, I would say 3 cents. And I know you got like Chavez, that's 10x in like 5 months. Well, that's if the Bitcoin ETF does get approved, though. If the Bitcoin ETF does not get approved, and we do not get on any other exchanges, even though we will, but let's say it's not. Let's say the Bitcoin ETF is not approved, Ethereum 2.0 blockchain is delayed again, and we don't get on there via Immutable X because it's just delayed, and we don't get on any other exchanges. Black Swan scenario, like complete. I would still say probably less than a penny, but I would still say 0.006. I'd still say we'd more than double from here. But that's like my black swan scenario where all three of those things happen, which probably won't. Yeah, I mean the biggest thing is exchanges. But those three things, if that happens, I would say 0.006. But that's like complete black swan event. Everything that could go wrong would go wrong in that scenario. Yeah, but outside of that, my bear case is still 3 cents by the end of the year. Non-funded Wonderful says, "Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Rooting for you too, fam. You about to do major things in the metaverse." Well, thank you enough. Actually, apparently, I need a computer to enjoy that, and you can't do it on your tablet or your phone. So I got to get a computer. I have to move in with the girlfriend. I don't have tape. I don't have space. My lease is through January, so if Viverse comes out in December, it might be a decent idea to move in with girlfriend right there. Just carry 2 rents for a couple months and do that. Woohoo! 30 likes and 69 viewers watching. Everyone comment nice down below for that 69. Niall Valentine says, "Hey brother, how's it going? Successful Comic-Con weekend for you?" Yeah. I was successful in that. I completed another set. That additional set I got was the bunny drop. I forget what to call them, but I do have 8 full sets now. I got Adventure Time, Powerpuff Girls, Call of Cthulhu. Oh, no. I only own 1 of 4 of those. I got the Big Barda. I got the Bombshells. I got the Superman. I got Ghostbusters. But the Ghostbusters one I got was the Ecto 1 drop, not the other one. I got the Choices, that one. And then I got a Back to the Future. So I do have 8 sets, 29 collectibles. And the only doubles that I have are Ghost Trap. Ghost Trap was 2. Ghost Trap I have 2 of, and then Superman I have 2 of. So actually, I'm very curious to see the floor for Superman. So let's go and see where they at. Store drops, and the Superman one. If we go to the marketplace, there's 533 of them. It's 522 is the floor for Superman. You can't see that because it's too bright. Yeah, so 533 is the floor. I'm sorry, 523 for Superman right now. I fully expect that next year, probably be 1,000. Toadally Awesome says, "How's your YouTube ad revenue so far?" It depends. If I just make normal video, it's usually a couple dollars a video, give or take, depending how long it is. I think if it's 8 minutes or over, I get a mid. I get 3 ads or 2 ads, whatever it is. If it's less than that, I only get 2. But if I do like a live stream, like right now, I'll get a little bit less than that just from the ad revenue, like after this plays, after this, is done and officially uploaded. But because of the super chats, this is usually like the better way to go. Even if it's just a couple dollars, that just goes boom. So I do a little bit of both. I do make videos and I do live streams. Live streams more just because, 1, it's easier to answer questions, and 2, it's I feel a better sense in the community just live chatting with people. If I do it via like a video and then I get 100 comments, I have to take the time in my thumbs and reply to each one. Or if I could go here, I could just spew them out. And I definitely do give a lot more detailed responses as far when I go live. When I try to respond via text to people, it is a little. One, it's a little less informal, or I don't get that bond with people, and then I also am kind of pushed to give as short a response as I can, just because I don't have that much time. But the time that I have with you guys, hour and a half morning and night is great. I'll do that all day. I'll talk for as long as you guys have questions in this specific timeline. But speaking of which, we do have a 30-minute Patreon member shout out. Wise men say only fools rush in, and I can't help falling in love with. Yeah, me and Danielle danced to that last night. That was amazing. That was adorable. So that's weekend for Lynn X says, at worst case scenario, how much OMI would be needed right now to be a millionaire in 5 years? Oh my God, not a lot at all. Millionaire in 5 years. So let's say end of 2026. I would say $1 million OMI because I believe it to be about $1 by the end of 2026. So if you have 1 million OMI, so again, people that are, well, you said worst case scenario, right? I mean, worst case scenario. It's weird to say that worst case scenario that's 100 X's and it goes to 30 cents. You would need about 3.3 million OMI if this only 30 cents at the end of 2026. But it's definitely going to be much, much higher than that. But let's say 30 cents by the end of 2026. You'd need 3.3 million OMI. And then you'd be a millionaire. Granted that you'd have to sell it. There's fees. You have to pay taxes on it. So probably a little bit more. Let's say 4 million. Star Helix says 100,000 end of year is a little tenacious, don't you think? For Bitcoin, no. Again, once the Bitcoin ETF is passed, assuming that it is passed, it stonks in the craziest way. There's going to be hundreds of billions of dollars going into that, and that's just from America. And other countries at that time will have the what do you call it? They will have accepted Bitcoin as legal tender. They'll follow what El Salvador did, like Uruguay, Paraguay. All these other countries are going to do that. Will America do that? Not likely, at least not for a long time. Honda Extreme says, how do you buy more OMI now? Do you mean like physically, like on Bit4X, on that exchange, or like how do I find money to buy? I just sell more Bitcoin to buy more OMI, which I should not do. I should not do that, but yeah, that's just what I did. Crystal Poindexter says, VV team has been taking some blows lately. They're due for some wins. Yes, agreed, 100%. They're definitely due for some wins. Ron Katz says, nice. Brian Arsenal says, I got 8 full sets too. We're brothers. We're twinsies. Maxwell Cook says, I feel lucky. Will be good to own in the future for Master Collector, CE, and Secret Rare. Comic Exclusive and Secret Rare just sound like key points for Master Collector. Yeah, agreed 100%. Crystal Poindexter says, ghost traps are on sale now. Majorly undervalued. What are the ghost traps at? I got one on the drop, and then I got another one, but it was a low mint for like 1,500. So yeah, I spent a lot on that. Al Valentine says, love that, man. I picked up a double sub 1K of the Gold Cthulhu for around 300. I think the floor will go to around 400 in coming weeks. I got the Book of the Dead. I did not get any of the actual Cthulhus. Maybe I will to complete the set. At some point, when I get a little bit more money, if it costs less than $1,000 to do, I'll complete the rest of the set. It's my opinion. Brian Arsenal says, I want another Superman to keep forever and one to flip eventually. That's why I have 2. One that, or maybe one to trade. Because I don't like the only reason why I sold that second Harley Quinn that I had, and so it was just to get complete another set. So maybe at some point I will trade it or sell it just to. I'm not going to sell it like just for money. Now I can go, strip club and go hardcore. I would sell it just to complete another set. Same way with my tiles in Earth 2. I only sell tiles in order to expensive tiles to get more tiles that are cheaper. Only way. That's just what I do. Honda Extreme says, do you have to pay taxes on crypto profit? Yes. Now, that being said, I pay taxes on everything because I've seen what happens when you do not pay taxes, and it is awful. You want to pay taxes, and you want to never have the IRS man to come down on you. Your life will be hell for like years. That being said, I have known some people that refuse to use Coinbase because Coinbase reports everything to the government. They'll use Trust Wallet, they'll use something else, and they won't pay taxes on any of that. Now, that being said, is that something that is going to catch up to them in the future? Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. And if it just does catch up to them in the future, they're going to pay so much money and probably be arrested. Probably the IRS is going to be on they're going to be on the IRS radar forever. But for the past couple of years, they have not, they've used the outer net, they have used Trust Wallet, and they have not paid taxes. So just a little food for thought. I would never do that. I do not suggest doing that. Definitely talk to your accountant and everything, but I would say pay taxes, even though I hate paying taxes. I do that just because it's horrible if you get caught. Chris Tuffer says, so back negative lifetime crypto returns. Yes, I am negative on my crypto returns this year. Niall Ballantyne says, at Honda, yep, they always get you. They do, they get you. Honda X says, in Austria, if it's older than 1 year, it's taxes free. What? I actually did plan on moving to Austria at some point. I don't have those plans anymore. A girlfriend that is she likes the U.S. But I have a bunch of friends. I have a couple of friends in Austria, one really good friend, and then a bunch of friends in Germany. But the friends in Germany, though, they come and they go because they're all in the military and they're stationed there for a few years, and then they leave. People get stationed there, then they leave. But yeah, I have tons of friends in Germany, and that place is so much fun. But Austria too, because again, it's cheap to live. A lot of people speak English, so it's like, all right, yeah, I could do that. Now Valentine says, for sure, it's a different rate for long term. Yeah, long term capital gains pay like 15%. Short term, it's like 45%. It's ridiculous. The Tony Tonga says, I like OMI for the next 10 to 20 years. Where do you realistically see the price in about 20 years? I think by the end of 2040, I think we can reach $10. $10 per OMI. And in 2040, sounds about right. But again, that's just more of a guess than anything. No one can really know or tell. Christopher says how to vaporize your capital. Again, this is an investment. I've told people as they go in, expect it to go like this, but in the future it goes up here. Again, it's attached to a great product, a great project with amazing people attached to it. Yeah, I hope it goes down. I hope my investment in OMI gets cut in half. This way I could buy more. I've always told people that. Honda Extreme says, I meant, do you buy more OMI now, or have you reached your level? I mean, if it keeps going down, I'll keep buying more. Like, these prices are stupid low. But that being said, I am running out of money. I don't have that much more to put in. But if it goes down to 0.001, I'll sell the rest of my Bitcoin and I'll get it. Memedovich says, can we get your updated base case for the price of OMI by the end of the year? I would still say the base case is. I would still say like 6 to 8 cents is my base case, and then like bull case, like everything happens, like everything. I would still say 10 cents for my bull case, but yeah, 6 to 8 for bear, or not for base case, 6 to 8 cents would make sense. Again, they have so many other drops, and the biggest thing is getting on other exchanges because other people see it on like Webull, see it on Robinhood, they just can't buy it. So yeah, this is. I think eventually this becomes a top 20 coin, probably the end of the decade, potentially even top 10. And why it's like, oh, well, Decentraland has this. They're not anywhere near that. Decentraland does not have that many people in it. And VV doesn't either, but VV will have millions of people in it. That utility of the coin. Again, the coin right now doesn't have much utility. Doesn't really have any except for using that in order to send NFTs. The tokenomics on this are brilliant. So even although right now it's like, okay, well, you can't really use it for anything. You will in the future. You will in that VVverse, whether it's to buy NFTs, to buy land, to whatever it is. Again, in-app purchases for games is a multi-billion-dollar industry. You don't think VV is going to take a large percentage of market share with that? Yeah, it's going to be absolutely bananas. Now Valentine says, you've been out to the UK, bro? Yeah. I do. London's great. So the first time I went to London, this girl Jay Dean, who I was trying to get with, which we did get together at least that weekend, a couple weekends. Anyway, I'm like, I just come from I think Germany or wherever, and I flew into Kent. That's where she lives. It's pretty close to London, and she's like, oh, do you want to go to GAY? It's like a nightclub, and I'm thinking like, oh, Europe, like yeah, that's. I wasn't thinking that it spelt out gay. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And went to a gay club. I was like, oh, this is not what I thought it was going to be like at all. But they were playing some bangers. Like Cascada, like Katy Perry. It was so good. It was so good. That is probably my favorite nightclub in Europe. Happens to be a gay club. I swear to God, I'm straight. But yeah, that was so much fun. Also, being hit on feels good. Feels nice. Feels like, I don't get that too much. So, when that happens, I don't care who it's from. It feels great. But yeah, now Valentine, I like to go to the UK, not every year, but every other year. J Poppin says, Randy, recorded my first vid and got Gold Rabbit on Sunday. Oh, J Poppin, send me on Twitter or whatever the video that is recorded. If it's uploaded, let me know. I can't wait to view it. Love to see other people coming into the space. Now Valentine says, my 2023 price target is a modest 10 cents. I think it's more than achievable, and I'm hoping it proves me wrong in a good way. Um, yeah, I mean, at the end of 2023, yeah, even if it does take that long to get 10 cents, cool. I'm a multimillionaire by then, which would be great. I don't know if it would. Again, I think end of next year, end of 2022, I would say 20 cents. But even if we're both proven wrong, it's only 10 cents by the end of next year. We're both wrong on our timelines. That's still great, still fantastic. And Niall says that's the best story ever. Yeah, yeah, I thought it was pretty fun as well. Crystal Poindexter says, so when the VV-verse launches, we should buy as much land as possible and hodl, question mark? That's what I'm doing. I don't know how big it's going to be. In all of these VV verses, even in Earth 2, the biggest metaverse that is a one-to-one copy of Earth, is still a finite amount. So with the VV verse and everything else, Decentraland, My Neighbor Alice, or what have you, there's a finite amount of land. If you can get in before there's mass adoption, and also what Roger and Cowan, their PR firm, I don't think they've done anything yet. And I say that in a good way, because they don't want to. They want to have certain things done before their major marketing push. Maybe they want the app. I think the app right now, they said, are able to handle a couple million users. But I would say that, especially if this gets on, let's say, like major influencers, radar, like Logan Paul or Gary Vaynerchuk, where they say that they're actually really into this. Excuse me. I would say that the 10 million users can go very, very quickly. And again, this is only in English right now. When things go viral in China, they go viral. And 1% of cell phone users, oh my God, yeah. 1% of cell phone users in China would give us 9 million users. 1%. Oh my good golly gosh. Yeah, that'd be so much. So for me, Crystal, I am going to go in the VVverse, buy as much as I can. And I have three different strategies. One is I'm going to get land where the developers have land. If they do, get land there. I want I want to get land next to Taps Trades and Non-Fungible Wonderful and all the YouTubers that I see out there, Porn Printing, all that, because that would be epic to have a whole YouTube collab party. It's a YouTube party. It's a YouTube party. Also, I would very much like to buy in different areas. This area, it's going to be a horror area. This is going to be eventually like a Pokemon area when they announce that. This is going to be a Jurassic Park area, dinosaur, Hasbro, Transformers. That's what I want. I want the same way that Pokemon, in the Pokemon League, they had a grassland and they had an iceland. Yeah, I want that in the VVverse. It's going to be heckin' awesome. Jay Poppin says, I'll link you my channel when it's set up. Jay Poppin says, what did you get during Comic-Con? I got all of the choices. I got all the rabbits except for the secret rare. I got a Jaws poster. I sold the Jaws poster. And then I got a Book of the Dead. So I thought that was pretty cool. Got that. Berber says, how are you such a legend? I don't even know, man. I just started. I started with this phone last year, talking about Pokemon. What do you mean, on YouTube, or do you mean in life? In life, well, started when I was born in 19. No, in life, I think I just did things that nobody else did. I moved out at 19. Everyone that I went to school with did not move out. Even after college, a lot of them came back home. I went to the military, which not everybody did, but a few people I knew did. Did very well. I dropped out of college. After the military, I went to college. I dropped out of college to start my own business. Successful. A few years later, I started another business. So went all into things that people would not do. I just did things that people wouldn't do. And I got lucky. I was pretty smart, but I also got lucky. And then on YouTube, I just started talking about Pokemon sales data, and I started talking about Tesla. I'll do another Pokemon sales data video soon. I've been neglecting those. And then I struck a chord with Earth 2, struck a chord with OMI, and now everybody loves me, mostly. Maxwell Cook says, Ultraman set is going to pump so high once we get China. That's a good point. I only have like the 2D Ultraman comic thing. When Ito. Non-fungible, yeah, we need that YouTuber land. Heck yeah, we do. Jerome Hayes, I said, so true, Randy. Moved out to another country when I was 18, was on my own. That is not easy to do. I moved out, but I was still in the same town because I moved into my friend's mom let me rent something for like $200. Justin Pierce, if you're still here, I come home one day and I have a hood of a car in my kitchen. I was like, what the fudge? Another time, he gives me a call. It's like, hey, Chavez, what time will you be home? I was like, maybe about like 6:30. He's like, oh, okay, never mind. I was like, oh, all right. I was working out, whatever. So I felt bad that he wanted to hang out with me, and I couldn't. I was very busy. I was working a lot. So I finished my workout. Or I was like, you know what? I'll get home early. I'll hit the heavy bag, and then I'll hang out. So I get to that place, and it turns out he did not ask me to. He did not ask me if I was going to be home so he could hang out with me. He asked me what time I was going to be home because he wanted to throw a party in my apartment. And so I get home like, what the fudge? And there's a whole party in my apartment. There's a whole ass party in my apartment. And it's like, oh, see, when I asked you what time, you said you weren't going to be home. So I was like, are you kidding me? So yeah, Justin Pierce had, the Chavez and Justin Pierce experience was a lot of fun. That was great. Honda X Dream says, if I may ask, what was your first business and how high was the fear of starting? Well, it was in high-risk lending. So I went, and thank you guys for 40 likes. That means the world to me. So the high-risk lending business, what I did was I went in and I just got a job at this bank, private bank. And I see that they give their money to business owners. And because it's high risk, same as high-risk credit cards, the interest rates can be up to 24.99%. And I was like, oh, because on the S&P 500, make 9 to 11% each year, but on this you can make double that, and a lot of times people pay off early. So I was like thinking, I literally started with less than $3,000, put $2,000 of it into one deal. We spread it amongst ourselves. And I thought it was really good. And you get paid weekly so that the payment doesn't balloon up at the end of the month. Get paid weekly. So I was like, okay, I get that. And every time I would make a sales commission or whatever, and every time I would get money back, it would all go right into another deal, money back, right into another deal. And that's how it compounds interest so easily. It was stupid, like the best. And the fear of it, again, I didn't have much money, so and I could have always gone back to school if this had, but my first full month there and I made $8,000, I was like, oh, I'm not going back to school. Yeah, that's not happening. And of course, like everyone was like, you're an idiot, you're a moron, you're finally in school, and you leave for this, you're gonna lose all your money. They forgot. I was very, very smart. I'm very, very good at underwriting. I'm very, very good at knowing where to put money. They forgot that I was successful in everything that I had done up until then, and they thought that I was going to be unsuccessful in this, but boy, were they wrong. So the fear wasn't too high. The fear really more came in 2020 when I spent about $30,000 to $50,000 starting the Pokemon business, and then $150,000 that I had in aging receivables from the first business came crashing down because of the pandemic. People could not open their businesses. They could not pay back. Lost about $100,000, and I was like ready to eat a bullet. It was not good. But I thought, okay, well, I'll just go all in on Pokemon. I'll take what aging receivables I can get, and I put it all into Tesla. And Pokemon business flourished. Tesla went down, and then it spiked. And I was like, oh yeah. So I got into stocks. I got into Square. I got into Illumina. So the fear was really wasn't when I had nothing. The fear was when I had so much to lose. And as I got that, I was like, okay, this is something where I can just keep rolling this over and make more money. So that's when I spent like $80,000 on that Pokemon card, which made a couple $100,000 with, this year. And then again, buying OMI at 0.003, 0.00 whatever, and then losing it down to 0.00. What is it now? And again, I'm down maybe. Let's see what we got here. All right, 0.0027. So let's say the 86 million times 0.0027, so about 232,000. I was up to 270 at one point. Yeah, so I do feel fear, but it's just you have to do things in spite of fear. That is my. If you know what is good, and again, I thought if I can make enough money and I can help enough animals, even if I don't, even if I fail, even if I only get a certain amount of money, well, that at least for me, somebody else can go where I was, buying land in Madagascar for the endangered animals. Even if I can only get one plot of land, and then like I die or I run out of money, somebody else can look at what I did and say like, oh, that's a great idea. I can take that and run with it. I can take that and carry the torch, move the ball along. But now that I found OMI and I realized that I could be literally 100 millionaire by the end of this decade, before the end of this, it would take under $2 for me to have, which is insane. I could donate so much more. It's gonna be insane. Lynn X says, moving to the Netherlands at 19 in 3 weeks. Lynn X, hero of mine. Get it. Jerome Hoy, as I said, at Lynn X, awesome man. This is great. Adolf Ausweiden says, yo, what up? Adolf Ausweiden says, fear is the taste of trust into people, projects. Yeah. I mean, I trust these guys. David Yu, Dan Crothers, Alfred Archon. If there's any people to put your money into it's these guys. They're fantastic. And in that same breath, one of the people that had worked with, what was it, Oculus back in the day, Dylan Seo, who's attached to Earth 2. That's why I like Earth 2. And again, I like their developers as well. Bill Scott says, yield farm can make you bank in this volatile market. Probably can. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but I believe you. Berber says, what's the most undervalued Batman in the VV store in your thoughts? Could it be the Darwin Cook Batman, you think? I don't know about the most undervalued Batman. However, I will go and I will tell you that as far as drops go, anything in season 1 there's only going to be one season 1. That's obviously season 2 and season 3, to go on. But the ultra rare Eddie Russo Batman is the first drop. That is the first drop, and it is a first edition type. 1,750 of them. As the years go on, people are going to be like, nope, that's the first drop. That is what people are going to notice. Because when you had Pokemon, you had base set, you had jungle set, and you had fossil set. You didn't get every single Pokemon in base set. You had to have all 3 sets, but Snorlax is in jungle set. So is Vaporeon and Flareon and Jolteon, the evolutions, again with Snorlax. And then in the fossil set, you have 2 out of the 3. You have 3 of the legendary birds, 2 of which are the first appearances: Moltres and Articuno. It has Zapdos, but Zapdos was in base set as well. You have Kabutops, you have Hitmonlee, you have all of these great things. And in fossil, you have Gengar, and it's just the first appearance of a lot of these different Pokemon. But why are they not as valuable as the ones in base set? Because base set came out first. Even though you have Superman that's in season 2, that's season 2 Superman. That's pretty undervalued. But Batman, it came out first. It is $3,000 for the floor right now, and there is 140 of them in the market. In my opinion, that is stupid undervalued. In my opinion, that is going to moon more than anything. The whole first set, because it's the first. I've seen this in Pokemon. Trust me on this, guys. And that being said, I don't have one yet. I don't have $3,000, but if I did, it would go to that. Also, you do have to look at supply and coveted. And as far as Batman, if you have other ones that have a lot less, but that season 2 or the series 2 of Powerpuff Girls, that is also stupid. I don't want to say undervalued. It's probably properly valued, but all it takes is a couple people to raise the price. Oh no. Oh god. A lot of people here. Adolf Leiden says, right, major trust in the team. The USP is so attractive. Will take time, like 5 years, I think so. Yeah, to reach $1, I would say so. Bill Scott says, yield farm like Pancake Swap. LP's liquidity pool, where you oh yeah, Pancake Swap, what do you make, like 75% on your money each year? Insane. Insane. Mashi trusts them as well. Totally Awesome says, do you collect any trading card game besides Pokemon cards? No, it's just Pokemon. It's the only one to collect. And we got Wraithax with a $5 super chat. It says, paid myself $1,000 for jewel sales. Still accumulating jewels and nice nest egg on E2. I've definitely bought from you. I've been buying all weekend. Congrats, Wraithax. That is super fantastic. I know you said it was 800, like you sold like the first day. So I guess you're up to 1,000 now, or you sold more than that and you just cashed out 1,000 for yourself. Congrats, man. That's a nice chunk of change for like a day's work or a week's worth, whatever. Moving on. So what we got here. Honda Extreme says, where do you see more power for the future, Vivi or Earth 2? I would say that Vivi is definitely safer, and right now has the licenses for mass adoption. I would say the safe bet is on Vivi. But Earth 2, again, because their crypto isn't out yet, because the essence isn't there yet, there's still so much game left. We are getting it. There's two different things. When the Viviverse drops, yeah, we'll get a little bit of something. When the Metaverse of Earth 2 actually drops and we start getting resources and all of this and we can build buildings, both of them are going to do well. I would lean in favor of Vivi being more mass adoption, but the potential to make more right now, again, we've already 100x'd from where OMI started at. From where it started at, where I had 4 zeros, 0.00004 or whatever. And now we're at 0.0028. We have not started yet with the Earth 2 crypto. So I do believe that we have the potential to grow a lot more, because we do, again, just in my opinion. Because we can get it at the start where Vivi, imagine buying Vivi at the start and you 100 extra money already. Pretty insane. Maxwell Cook says, I might have to go get a Joe Batman today from the first set. I think he is still under 300. Let me see. I'm looking at it right now. I'll let you know. Oop. Let's see. All right. The uncommon is 240. Yeah, it's $230 for that. So 230, and I think the common's got to be even less. Todd McFarlane. Let's see what we got here in the marketplace. That's $689 actually. I guess the common. I wonder why. I think the common because that's the first appearance, so that's probably why. Wraithax with a $5 super chat saying, any value in Pokemon Uranium cards? If I don't know exactly what it is, then probably not. So Uranium cards might have a niche, but I don't even. Not gonna lie, I don't even know what those are. I specialize in vintage WotC, like the company Wizards of the Coast. They made Pokemon they made the Pokemon cards for like the first several years. But I'm not sure what Pokemon Uranium cards is. I'm gonna Google that right now, and I might just Uranium. Oh, the online game. Okay. I have read about that. But because I don't think it's an official actual because it was a fan-made game, I don't think officially. Maybe it might have some value, but I could see if that did get big enough, it being shut down by Pokemon. I mean, that would be a niche market, and probably some collectors would be like, yeah, it's Pokemon, I want it. If you pay record prices right now, there's a decent chance that those prices stay there for a long time. If not, those are the record prices forever. Again, that's just my opinion. What else we got here? Oh, God. Bill Scott says, when you add to a liquidity pool, you put 50% of coins and 50% of another and make a percentage of the transaction fees. Okay, all right, good to know. Berber said, thoughts on Secret Rare Bunny having more additions than the Hunter? Well, the Secret Rare... I mean, for a Secret Rare, I think that should mean that it should have less, because it's secret and it's also rare, so it should have less. Why they did that, I don't know. It is just under 1,000 though, which is still nice. But again, the floor is 1,700. The floor of that, even though it has more additions, is double of what the ultra rare on that set is. And again, why I think so is just because it only takes one to complete a set, so it's a lot easier for people to buy that. Okay, now there's a complete set as opposed to buying 4 of something else. Just my opinion. Jaden Paterson says, I sold all my Bitcoin and jumped straight into OMI. What do you think? Well, I didn't do that yet. I sold everything else. I sold Tesla, I sold the Pokemon cards, sold other Pokemon cards for OMI. So, thank you guys for 45 likes, that means the world. So, even though I did not sell my Bitcoin yet, or I sold most of I had 3 at one point, now I only have 1. I did sell everything else. So, if you are that, which again, I'm sure that, let's say Bitcoin triples by the end of the year, reaches 100K, I think OMI minimum 10x's, make it 3 cents. But again, that's just my opinion, and if I'm wrong, Bitcoin is there if I'm wrong, which again, I don't think I am, but Bitcoin is there if Earth 2 implodes and VV implodes, which I don't think will, just my opinion. Kenny Techie says, oh, shouldn't sell Bitcoin. That's, again, if you're okay with losing any money you invest, by all means, go into it. Clearly I'm okay with losing this much, so we'll see. Grandmaster Mawa says, I saw Class 3 USA at 7.5 a tile, but Class 4 USA at 20 per tile on market. That quandary. I'm not sure why that's happening. Before I get into that, it is time for my 60-minute Patreon member shout out. Let's see what we got here. I forget what, I've done a lot of Green Day recently. I'd do anything just to hold you in my arms, to try to make you laugh. Somehow I can't put you in the past. I'd do anything just to fall asleep with you, to fall asleep with you, yeah. I'd do anything. All right. So, Grandmaster Wall, I'm not sure why that's happening. That could just be a weird fluctuation with the market. I would totally go for Class 3 at $7.50 as opposed to Class 4 at $20. Just my opinion. And Raythax, thank you for that $5 super chat. Who paid himself $1,000 for the jewel sales that he had sold, the jewels that he had sold, and still accumulating jewels. He's got a nice S-Egg on Earth 2. Super proud of Raythax. Raythax is going hard. Kenny says, Kenny Techie says, Bitcoin is probably the most stable of all coins. It is. Definitely is. And says, what did you think of the metaverse? I didn't see that much of it just because I had a really crazy weekend, but what I did see was Godzilla. And Godzilla, again, they probably wouldn't show that unless they had some type of license with it. And to my knowledge, I thought Terra Virtua was the only one that had Godzilla. But if Vivi has it, Terra Virtua already had only that one teeny tiny thing on this. They have nothing. They have nothing. Quid, nothing. Terra Virtua, no. Everything else, nothing. So this is insane. This is incredible. Adolf Weiden says the NFL NFTs will also impact also an impact drop if cards moon AF. Yeah, so NFL preseason that starts in a couple of weeks. I think it starts in August. And then obviously that's when the preseason starts, but the actual NFL starts in September. So if we do get some drops there from the Players Association, that would be legit. That'd be pretty intense. I would love that. That's something that that should affect the burn a lot. We should burn a lot with that. Jamie Gamer says, what is a good price to buy jewels on Earth 2? What is the best jewel? Well, right now the market has decided that the gold jewels, or the yellow jewels, the ones that give a little boost to gold, the market has decided that is the most expensive, that is worth the most. But that being said, if we're going to go to, say, the black jewels, no, I don't want to sell these black jewels. Okay. The black crystals, because they have 2 different types of utility, one for coal and one for oil, I think those are probably the most undervalued. But if you go to the bazaar, all the water ones are like the cheapest. They're literally 24 cents. And if you go and you sort by color, and you go to filter by color, and you go to the black ones, 47 cents for those. And for those, again, I think those have the most utility. But for gold, I don't even know what the yellows are now. They were like $1. Oh, these crystals you can get for under $1 now. The yellow crystals at one point, they were literally $1.90, and I bought everyone under $1.90. But now they're half that, which is great. So a lot of people can get these golds. So again, why the prices have gone down, in my opinion, for these is because that there's no utility for the jewels right now. You can only put them into something, into those specific areas of land where you can go and increase that production rate for that resource. But we don't have the land that does that right now. The resources haven't dropped yet. So that's why you see a big dip, is because there's no utility for that jewel as of right now. But in the next couple weeks, couple months, there is going to be a lot more utility for that jewel. That's why I'm not selling. I'm only buying. Just my opinion. But if someone like Wraithax that gets like couple hundred jewels a day, yeah, right now, yeah, you can make a lot of money. A lot of money. Speaking of Wraithax, that $5 super chat, any value in Pokemon Uranium cards? For those who are just joining in, I probably not, in my opinion. I think that's, again, it's from a fan-made game, so cards from that, it's going to be a very, very niche item. So some people might, but for the most part, probably not. Berber says, could the secret rare bunny reach $5,000 floor? I hope not. I want that bunny. Again, I would think that goes down before it goes up. I don't know what the floor price was this weekend, but if we go to 128 for sale on the market now, still 1.7, and that's number 839, 485. Yeah, I mean, so 1.7 or 1.8. 1.8 you can get number 4. Nope, that just sold. I say 530. 1.9 you get 302. If I go from edition low to high, oh my god! So it looks like 7K for 45, for number 45. You can get 4K for number 62. All right, because at the top 10% you would want 99 or below. So lucky, again, this is the guy I'm looking at, and the top 10% you'd want 99 or below. 3,400 is the cheapest at 65. You have the number 65. 3,200 for number 75. Yeah, and that's it. 3,200 for number 75 is probably the best bang for your buck, because after that, 2.5K is number 106. You would want it 99 or below if you're going to spend that type of money. That's just what I would do. But I just want it. I don't care what number it is. I don't care if it's $9.99. Oh, Wraithax, another $5 super chat says, exactly. I wanted to sell before the market was flooded. I'll rebuy when the market hits the bottom, and we have 3. Oh, that's a smart idea. I did not even think of that. That's Wraithax is why you're so smart. So Wraithax sold all his jewels before people flooded the market with it. People like me was buying them at $1.90 per jewel for gold, and buying them at these. And what happened as it went down? I did what I said I did. I would just buy all the way down. I bought all those jewels all the way down. Still buying. I have 3 to 4x jewels, and after all is said and done, Wraithax, you're my hero. Wraithax could buy right now and make like double, if not triple, his money. Tony Tonga says, my neighbor was selling Pokemon Spanish cards at his yard sale. Are those worth anything? They do have a ratio, like the Venusaurs, the Charizards, the Blastoise, the Hollows, first editions. They'll be worth a little something. Not as much as the English counterpart, but yeah, the Charizard in any language is going to be worth something. But if they're unlimited, if they're not first edition, if they're non-hollow, they're not going to be worth anything. Jimmy Gamer says, what do you think about bogged finance? Will it go back down to $10? I'm not sure what bogged finance is, so I cannot give my opinion on that. Eli Stanky says, do you think Vivi in the future will create their own original content in the movies and series like Prime, Netflix? People then subscribe, even those not interested in NFTs. Thoughts? If they get big enough and maybe they want to stay relevant, like Amazon Prime makes so much original content that nobody watches. Why do they make that? Because it gets them all these awards at these really weird shows. Like anyone ever watched, what was Not Singing in the Rain? It was like a remake of Singing in the Rain or something like that. It was a bunch of star power. It had Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone. It was like the worst movie that nobody ever saw, and it won all these awards. Why? Because all these awards are given out by these crazy old people that have this backwards way of thinking. Amazon took the liberty of getting all of these different types of awards so they can say like, oh yeah, now we're big in streaming, and they are. They played it right. So if Vivi wants to do that eventually, that they'll probably have the money to. But Amazon right now, they're taking over. They literally spent $500 million getting not only the rights to Tolkien for Lord of the Rings. They paid $250 million just for the rights to do that, and they also have the an extra $250 million to get these crazy writers and producers, the ones that really popular from Breaking Bad and Sopranos and Toy Story, and they spent $500 million before anyone's ever seen the thing. So they're spending Game of Thrones money on it. They're absolutely going bananas. If Vivi wants to do that, they definitely could in the future. But the original content I want them to make is something on is shorts on Instagram, is shorts on TikTok and Snapchat. Just look at what we can do with our Vivi NFTs in the metaverse. That's where I want them to go, because that's what's going to get them more popular. And it doesn't cost anything to do that. Hell, they have us doing that by ourselves. And I love that. I'd rather them not spend any in advertising, rather us just do it. Tesla does not spend a penny in advertising. Cars advertise themselves. People do it for them. Elon Musk is also very memeable. David Yu, I think, is really just... Nobody has that many followers. Elon Musk got like a country. He's got like 30 million followers. Got like a country following him. We don't have that for VV yet. I think we might get that at some point. Adolf Wasweiden says, I think the odds for NFTs created based on Netflix series are more realistic and would be major positive in terms of user numbers. Odds for NFTs created based on Netflix series. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you'd have that for Netflix. Or Netflix series. Okay, yeah, that'd be a good idea. That would be a good idea. That would be smart. Mass Murders going on says, got the gold secret bunny. Oh, no, you did it. I'm so jealous. Life is going pretty good for me. Great time last night with the girlfriend at the wedding. Just been doing a lot of fun stuff. Just answering everyone's questions. It's been a while since I think since Friday, since I did a stream. So happy to be here. Happy to be back. Eli Stanky says, I mean, an actual movie or series like Game of Thrones, for example. Well, I would want probably a movie. Yeah, it'd probably be a movie. Like, content like that is so hard to create. It's very expensive. I mean, it gets a lot of people talking about it, but I would rather them do a movie if they were to do any type of that content. What else we got? Cspill99 says, can gems be used to buy OMI or convert back to US dollars? Not yet, but at some point we will have that. We will have that utility. Gems to dollars, gems to OMI. We will have that. Hiccups. Eli Stanky says, or Kung Fu pork choppers only on VV with Alcon already involved there. That would be great. Kung Fu pork chopper sounds legit. Ooh, excuse me. And that $5 super chat from Wraithax saying exactly wanted to sell before the market was flooded. Selling all those jewels, getting all that money, and he's going to buy back in when it's low. It's pretty low now, so congrats. You're my hero. Thank you guys for 50 likes. That means the world to me. Poor man printing! What's up, Randy? Been listening this whole time. Just couldn't text because of work. If Amazon accepts Bitcoin, it's on like Donkey Kong. So that was the potential for the meteoric rise in Bitcoin this morning, was that Amazon basically put out a job listing like, hey, we're going to hire someone for our crypto team. And it was like, oh! So that's why Bitcoin just took off. Yeah, exactly what Poor Man Printing said. If they accept Bitcoin, it's on like Donkey Kong. Oh, yeah. All right, moving on. Meta, what's going on? It says, hey, Randy, I think Cavell Anderson has a valid point around the amount of content that VV will need to release for mass adoption. More people need to be able to buy NFTs to grow their user base. Agreed. And that really, only way that's really going to happen is if they have to advertise their app. Because again, to buy things on OpenSea is a pain in the butt for me. So for someone that's like 45 years old plus, 50 years old plus, it's just going to be hard. It's hard to get a meta. Like, again, a lot of people that do it, that they can. Some people just more learned than others. But I could just try to picture like my father, 60-something years old, to try. No, it's just not happening for a lot of older people. So I think they have to advertise their specific. You're right, their specific app, the VV app, because it's so easy to buy on there. It's like any other thing. All right, put money in, you use that money to buy. You put money in, you use that money to buy NFTs. That's it. They give you 3 wallets automatically that you don't even, that you don't even know about. You got your Gem wallet, your OMI wallet, and your NFT wallet. But it's so easy to understand, like you don't even know exactly what it is. So it had to be advertised on their VV app. But again, they have Roger and Cowan, like one of the best PR firms out there for them. So when they want to turn that to 11, they can turn that to 11. So in VV, I trust. Jay Poppin says, Zach Sunders doing sequel to Army of the Dead within the same year. That's Netflix money right there. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's like, I remember one time, this one kid I knew, he released his demo and then he released his greatest hits album in like the same month. It was like, you're crazy, you're insane. Mashi says, right, Meta, good point. Batilio says, sup, Randy, you ready for that dip? 100 million. If it goes down to like 0.001, yeah, I'll try to get 100 million. If not, doesn't really matter. I have enough. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. I am so tired. Who do we got down there? Zack Snyder. I thought that's who you met. I will keep you all posted on everything that I do. Like I said, 86 million now is about as far as I want to go, but if it dips more, maybe I'll get more. I don't know. But I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. One last Patreon member shout-out. What's it going to be? We have... What's this, Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you. We're gonna solve that mystery. I see you, Scooby-Doo. The trail leads back to you. What's the Scooby need do? Na 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 na. All right, everyone. I'll talk to you later. All right, goodbye, guys. Meow meow. Tonight, 10:15 after Guidebook Gaming. I'll be on again. Meow meow. Wow. Meow. Doobie snap. Wow. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you, Ray.